Barry's Hit Music, B101.
Hi, Chris. It's Keshia calling.
Oh, hi, Keshia.
Hi. How you doing? I was going to say I'm so used to talking to like the journalist people.
Oh, okay.
That your voice, I was like, oh my God, where like it's such a radio voice. I love it.
Well, I guess I'm in the right job then.
Definitely.
and with your voice, you're doing the right thing as well. I mean, it only makes sense. You're an amazing singer. And,
Thank you.
And now you're going to be, let's see, a judge on YTV's The Next Star?
I am. I'm excited about it. It's going to be really cool. This is the 5th season. And I'm just excited to be a part of it because it's an opportunity to find young talent under the age of 15. I was discovered at 13 and get to go to places that otherwise wouldn't get the opportunity to be discovered.
Are you okay with judging people? I guess, I mean, they're basically kids and teenagers, right? I mean, are you going to be coming down hard like Simon Cowell would, or?
Oh my gosh, no! None of us, none of the 3 judges will be coming down on any of the kids at all. It's what I love about the show and why I wanted to be a part of it is because it's positive. We're getting an opportunity to mentor them and give them constructive criticism. We do have to pick 12 kids out of thousands. Last year, 5,000 auditioned.
Wow.
So that's going to be a really difficult process. I think the only type of Simon Cowell-ness we're going to get out of me is if one of the other judges are picking the wrong people. For me, I just feel like I want to find the 12 kids that are obviously the most talented, but also have like just energy, just like they want to seize the moment, they want it bad. I want to give this opportunity to kids that really want to be musicians or singers or so. Yeah, that's how I feel.
So if someone was to go and audition for the show, what sort of tips would you have for them?
I would definitely say, try to control your nerves, and really, I mean, if we're giving you a minute to audition and sing a song, really think about the song. If you have an amazing range, and I would say pick a song where that can showcase your range. If you have a beautiful tone, it's really about picking the right songs, and when you come to audition, really seizing the moment, smile, show your stage presence. But, for me, when I was little and I had to audition, I used to practice over and over in the mirror. And sometimes I would film it and watch it back and just nitpick and just try to get myself to a good place before I auditioned. Because, if you're not prepared, the nerves that come from auditioning will most likely take over your audition. You won't get to really showcase yourself. So I would say practice before you get to us.
Okay, so auditions happening in Toronto at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. That's the closest to Barrie. Saturday, May 19th and Sunday, May 20th. The neat thing about the show is there have been, I guess, people that weren't considered the next star, but they've also branched out and had success on their own as well, right?
Yeah, Victoria Duffield is doing amazing on radio right now. Melissa Reed, she's doing fantastic. She performed at the Junos this year and did a great job. I think that's the beauty of the show, and especially a reason for me and why I want to be a part of it. Just because, we're going to find the next star. We're going to find that person. We're going to kind of mentor them. They're going to get opportunities to have songs on the radio or shoot videos, but you're going to give them the tools to kind of continue their career if they want to. It's not something that they're going to be locked into as other competition shows do, which I think is really unique and really good for kids under 15. But I think what's cool is that people are going to watch everybody audition, thousands of kids auditioning on the show, and then we're going to pick the top 12, and you really get to spend a lot of time with our finalists, the top 12, and then down to 6. And we don't nitpick, like, each episode we're not casting one person off every time and kind of alienating anybody. It's done in groups, so 12, 6, and then the 1. So the top 12, they really come into your homes and your family, and people allow them into their hearts, and they find success in different ways, which I think is cool. So it's not even about just the next star, it's about the next 12, too. My tips for the next star would definitely be know who you are and know what you want to say and what you want to sing about, and be firm with it. Keep a good support system around you. If it's your parents, if it's your siblings, always allow them to stay in your career from the beginning to whenever. I know that was really important for me. And I think, and hopefully it won't be the case with Next Star. I know it's YTV, so it's always very positive. But I would say don't get caught up online either. I remember when I was 13 and my song was on the radio for the first time. I remember I was sitting in the car, my song came on the radio, and I said, hey, does this mean I'm going to be on Google? And I remember I was 13, and I remember Googling myself, and I ended up reading nice stuff, but like nasty comments too.
Oh.
And I was so traumatized.
I bet.
I was 13, and I remember, and it was like, it was about your looks and stuff too, and like all these things that, a 13-year-old, you can't say those things about. It's not nice, because they don't know how to deal with those things.
Well, you turned out a very beautiful woman, so, to hell with the haters, right? Really? Come on, what's with that? Oh, yeah. Like what bad stuff would they say about you?
Oh God, lots of crazy things, like just your face and oh God, I can't even remember. But I remember just like staring at myself for hours in the mirror, just like, oh, how do I fix this and this and this? But I was 13, so you have to get over it at some point, or else.
Yeah, but I mean, that stuff really messes. I mean, at 13, of course, 14, it's that somewhat awkward teenage period where, you're basically looking at yourself with a fine-tooth comb and going over every single flaw that you sort of see that no one else sees.
Yeah, and you have this like distorted self-image of yourself. So yeah, it was definitely difficult. But I think over time you grow out of it, and I think that's for every 13, 14-year-old. But it's a little bit worse if you're reading it or you're seeing anything negative. So I feel like those kind of things don't let it get the best of you. So you have to definitely have tough skin and have a good support system.
There was something that came up, I guess, once Drake became big, too. I'm not going to get into it too much. I'm not going to get into the dirt. Because I know you don't want to talk about that, nor do I want you to hang up on me, nor you wouldn't, because you're such a nice person. But it was talked about that you kind of knew him,
right?
Or more than that.
We grew up together. I've known him since I think since 13. I think when I first came to Toronto and on the music scene, we met. I think he was 14 at the time. Basically, we were kids when we met. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a question you get asked a lot?
I was like, if I just stay quiet, what's going to happen with this conversation? I was just joking.
How often do you have to talk about this?
Yeah, it comes up. I mean, things come up when I talk to people, and I mean, it's natural. If you're, talking to somebody, you're gonna.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey. Oh, I thought you hung up on me.
Oh my God! Could you imagine? No,
I was like, damn it! I shouldn't have asked about this.
Oh my God! No! I'm like, what just happened here? That's pretty interesting timing, though.
I was like, I'll never know. No, I'm just.
No. People ask me. Yeah, people ask me different times, and it's kind of an interesting subject, but I don't really speak on it.
No.
We did grow up together, and we used to go out to movies and eat and bowling and all these kind of things, and we're still friends, and that's it.
It's kind of neat to know someone that's like this massive star now, and you kind of knew him when he was young.
It's kind of a weird thing for me though. I know him as Aubrey, and I've always known him as Aubrey. So, and it's kind of one of those things. Like I remember when he was starting to get into music, and he was a little uncomfortable about it, and he'd play me his songs, and I remember believing in him a lot. I mean, I think I was one of the first people that ever put Drake on a song, and it was mine. It was Fallin', the remix.
Right.
And at the time, the label was like, who's this rapper? He's a no-name. I was like, no, Drake is the greatest, and da-da-da, you wait. And I remember these things, and I remember going to Atlanta and playing his music for people and trying to help him get a deal and all these things. And now it's kind of weird because other people are excited, and it's cool, and he's done well, but I don't see him. It's the weirdest thing. I just don't see him that way. He's still Aubrey, and but I am very proud of him, and I'm very excited for him. But it was one of those things, like I already knew it was going to happen, so I'm not kind of surprised, because he's always been extremely talented, and it was more kind of like, when's everyone else going to pick up on it? Kind of thing.
Okay, enough of this Drake guy. Let's talk more. Let's talk more about your music and things that are going. Are you taking a bit of a break now since you're doing the show?
It's going to be a little bit different being on the show. My new video comes out, I believe, next week. We're just kind of finalizing it now. It's for the song "I Miss You." So I'm really excited about that. It's kind of a personal video, and it's very new and very different for me, and it's a little storyline to it. So I'm excited that's going to come out next week. And right now I'm working on my next project,
Thanks so much, and I'm sorry about bringing up Drake. I just thought, well, what the hell?
Thank you, Chris, and don't worry about the questions. Have a good day.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.